are flanked by the colors of each of the 5 military services, as well as drummers from the United States Army Band, Pershing's Own.
Colors! Hold! Colors, present! Arms!
To honor America and perform our national anthem, please welcome 4-time Entertainer of the Year, country music superstar Luke Bryan.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Tonight's flyover was courtesy of the United States Air
Coin toss coming up after the break.
The Ford Free Kick Show on Fox is sponsored by Ford. Going further so you can.
Kick Show. Thank you for watching the Ford Pre-Kick Show, brought to you by Ford. Going further so you can.
Please welcome to midfield the captains from the New England Patriots and the Atlanta Falcons, and tonight's referee, Carl Shepherds. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the North Tunnel and help us welcome 2 very special guests.
President Bush, Mrs. Bush, we're honored that you could join us for the coin toss. Captain, congratulations on earning the opportunity to play in Super Bowl 51. This is the coin that we'll be using for the toss. The Super Bowl logo is heads, the other side is tails. New England is the visiting team. Captain, what is your choice?
Heads.
They have chosen heads. President Bush, would you please toss the coin? It is tails. Atlanta has won a choice and elects to defer the choice to the second half. New England will receive the ball first at this end of the field. Good luck, gentlemen.
Well, an honor to have the 41st President of the United States of America with us here tonight, George H.W. Bush. Decorated Navy pilot, shot down over the Pacific during World War II. There's not a tougher man in this stadium tonight with his wife, Barbara. Back after this.
Welcome to the Alfa Romeo Halftime Report.
Well, the Atlanta Falcons lead Super Bowl 51 against Tom Brady and the Patriots 21-3, only one story. This Falcons underrated defense all season long, 2 turnovers, including the 82-yard pick six by Robert Alford, giving Atlanta the big lead. Michael, this is unbelievable.
Yeah, I think the biggest surprise here has been Atlanta's defense. We were worried about these young guys not being able to keep up with the Patriots and the wrinkles that are being thrown their way. But here they are. Here's Upshaw, just overpowers the guard and sacks Tom Brady. Here we go. They do a wedge. The 2 guys on the outside come in. Jarrett comes around, and he is just persistent on this play. Another big sack of Brady, big mood changer on that play. And here you have Jones and Campbell. There's a drill that you do in practice. The first guy holds him up. The second guy strips the ball. Doesn't always work, but in this case, it worked for another big turnover. And then you can see on the Alford's interception for the touchdown, Brady was pressured it in again, had to get it out a little early.
Yeah, and I think for Atlanta, it all starts with their run game. Everything feeds off the run game. The chunk plays, Freeman showing great balance. They were running a lot of man coverage. They attacked the edges on the stretch sweep, got a crack on the one on the defensive end on the 37-yard run. He shows great patience, plants his foot, gets upfield, sets the whole thing up.
All right, we are opening up the roof, or they have actually, getting ready for Lady Gaga on the Pepsi sugar-free, zero sugar halftime show.
Welcome back to the Alfa Romeo Halftime Report.
Well, congratulations to New York Giant Eli Manning and Arizona Cardinal Larry Fitzgerald. They were honored before tonight's kickoff for sharing this season's Walter Payton Man of the Year award, which of course is named after the late great Hall of Fame running back. The award recognizes excellence on and off the field and the player, or in this case players, who've made a significant positive impact in their communities. 2 good guys. Congratulations to both. All right, Terry, no team has ever come back from 21 points down to win a Super Bowl. How can the Patriots do it?
Jimmy.
Well, you look at Atlanta's athletic defense. They're playing a lot of man coverage, and it's difficult for the New England receivers to get away from them. Plus, Brady doesn't have time to hold on to the football to make the connection. They've got to protect better. They've had a couple of open receivers, Terry, but he hasn't had time to hit them.
The only reason he missed Edelman was the fact he's been hit so much.
Right.
And the other thing is they're playing man coverage, just tons of man coverage and moving around. Atlanta, it's just absolutely taken. And what's going to happen now Tom Brady and them will throw every down. You'll see them at their best.
Yeah, you can't run the football.
No, not at all.
But I'll tell you, from going against a Patriot team like this, a more prolific team actually, you get confidence. You're a little intimidated, confident.
All right, it's just about time for Lady Gaga to take the field and perform at our Pepsi Zero Sugar Super Bowl halftime show. Well, metaphorically, Lady Gaga blew the roof off the joint. They actually opened up the roof for her halftime performance as she dropped on in to entertain the crowd here at Michael Strahan. The one thing we can say is that was at least the most acrobatic halftime performance we've seen probably since Cirque du Soleil.
Well, you knew something special was happening when they closed the roof for the game, when they opened it up for Lady Gaga. And she made a grand entrance and put on a great show. A lot of happy people here in the stadium. Nice flip, yeah.
Very acrobatic.
Next year, opening up our first show, we're going to open it up with with you dropping in on some cables.
Good
Not
luck
a
with
problem,
that.
bub.
Hey, all right, we know how the crowd here reacted. Let's check in with Katie Nolan to see what they said on social media about it. Katie.
Guys, what an amazing halftime show that was. I'm still recovering, but the numbers are rolling in. We were getting 41,000 tweets per minute using the word Gaga. On Facebook, 396,000 people per minute were talking when she took the stage about the halftime show. You guys are talking about the mic drop, talking about the roof jump, and of course you're talking about the drones. That was an amazing halftime show that I'm gonna need some time to process, so get out of my face. Hi, Dad.
Everybody's saying hi to their dad tonight. All right, the second half of Super Bowl 51 comes your way in just a moment. Lady Gaga made them open up the roof for her performance. They had it closed the first half. They've closed it again. Right now, it is closed, so that means kickoff of the second half comes your way right after this.
The Ford post-game show on Fox is sponsored by Ford. Going further so you can.
Moments ago, Commissioner Roger Goodell congratulating Tom Brady on his record-setting night. Time for the official presentation of the Vince Lombardi Trophy. Let's send it up to public address announcer Alan Roach.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome three-time Super Bowl champion and NFL legend Willie McGinnis and the Vince Lombardi Trophy. Super Bowl champion, Pro Football Hall of Famer, and Houston native, Michael Strahan.
What a wonderful football game tonight. That's what NFL football is all about. Robert, you know how hard these are to get. And this is your fifth under your leadership, Coach Belichick and Tom Brady. What an unbelievable achievement for your organization. Congratulations to your organization, to your fans, to your community. We're so proud of you. Take your Super Bowl trophy home to New England.
Mr. Kraft, what do you got to say to all your fans out there that after the first 4 weeks of the season, your quarterback's not starting and to find yourself in the greatest Super Bowl ever played, and you're the victor?
2 years ago, we won our 4th Super Bowl down in Arizona. And I told our fans that was the sweetest one of all. But a lot has transpired during the last 2 years. And I don't think that needs any explanation. But I want to say to our fans, our brilliant coaching staff, our amazing players who are so spectacular, this is unequivocally the sweetest. And I'm proud to say, for the 5th time, we are all Patriots. And tonight, for the 5th time, the Patriots are world champions.
Thank you, Mr. Kraft. Congratulations, sir. 5 out of 7. Bill Belichick, Coach Belichick. Hop over here on this side, Coach. Well, there's so much debate about who's the greatest coach in the history of the NFL tonight that got solved. That would be you, my young man. Congratulations.
Thanks, Terry. But look, it's all about these players. We got great players. They're tough, and they compete. We thought they competed for 60 minutes, but it took more tonight. These guys competed. Down 28-3. They never looked back.
That's what I was going to say. You went in at halftime. This football game was pretty much getting out of control. Both of you tried. The opening drives didn't score. They go down and score. We got a 28-point game here, and it just looks like all the winds out of your sail. How did this team come back?
They just keep competing. We got great players, and they just compete for 60 minutes or longer.
Coach, congratulations.
Thanks,
well
sir.
deserved.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Go Pats.
Tom Brady. Well, I got the greatest coach in the NFL. Might as well have the greatest quarterback. Tom Brady. Oh, man. How good is this, boy? Huh? Here, let me hand it. No, let me hand it to you. Up. How sweet is that, Tom? The only 4-time MVP, the only quarterback, the first quarterback to ever win 5 Super Bowls. This is not easy, Tom. Coming out in the second half, this just did not look like the same Patriot team we've seen all year. What turned it around? Was it the penalty, the holding call, the pass that was incomplete after the great catch by Jones, and all of a sudden, you go down and tie this thing up?
Well, there were a lot of plays that, Coach talks about. You never know which play it's going to be in the Super Bowl, and there was probably 30 of them tonight that if any one of those would have been different, the outcome could have been different. But I'm so proud of our guys, our coaches, the team. It's unbelievable, what these guys have accomplished all season. I'm just proud to, be a part of this great group.
Your father is here for the first time this year. Your mother, after an illness for 18 months, Galen, she's here tonight. You dedicated this game to her. She has got to be beyond herself right now.
Yeah, they're all happy, so it's nice to have everybody here, and it's going to be a great celebration tonight. So thank you to all our fans, everyone back in Boston, New England, we love you. You've been with us all year. We're bringing this sucker home.
Tom Brady. Let me bring in James Lewis. James, come on in here. For all you Patriots fans, there's always the great quarterbacks and the great coaches, but now we got us a great running back that can catch it out of the backfield, score the winning touchdown. Tell me, what was the play, when it was called, how did you feel?
It was a toss play. The offensive line did a great job blocking. Receivers did a great job blocking. I just had to run through one guy and just get the ball in the end zone. The game's on the line. You got to find a way in.
And when you saw the hole, you said, oh, my God.
Got to get in. That's what I said.
James, congratulations. All right, listen, ladies and gentlemen. Houston, the Patriots have landed. Back to you, Kurt.
And so the New England Patriots Revenge Tour 2016/17 is complete. It took 51 years, but we got our first overtime ever in the Super Bowl, and it winds up in another New England championship. Back with more of the postgame from Houston right after this.
Welcome back to the Ford postgame show. Brought to you by Ford. Going further so you can.
Giving me a million reasons. Give me a million reasons. Giving me a million reasons. About a million reasons. I bow down to prayer and try to make the worst seem better. Lord, show me the way to cut through all this worn out leather. I've got
I think we had about a million reasons to think this game was over after the third quarter.
Wow.
Never before had we seen a game go to overtime in the Super Bowl. Never before had a coach won his fifth. Never before had a quarterback won his fifth. Never before had we had a four-time MVP. Never before had we seen a team come back from more than 10 points down. The Patriots bounced back from 25 points down to win the Super Bowl. This is crazy, Michael.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely insane. And I am so happy, though, for this man here. Let it out, Howie. Smile. Everybody, you don't realize how stressed he has been. And to see his son go through the journey he's gone through and end up here, and it looked very dire, my friend. We were a little scared in the back. But to come out like this, I'm happy
His
for you.
journey here was as improbable as the Patriots comeback. We're dumbfounded. This is amazing. I'm so happy for Chris. I'm happy for that Patriot football team. And it's the toughness that team shows coming out the second half, down 28-3 with 8:30 left in the third quarter. Nothing short of remarkable.
Can I quickly add, a guy asked me, I walked all the way down when Brady took the ball to take it down and tie it up, and he turned to me and he said, do you really think he can drive it all the way down? I said, just watch. You'll be amazed.
Well, for every great victor, there is a tough loser. And for the second time in the last 3 seasons, Dan Quinn, who used to be the defensive coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks, had his heart ripped out at the end of the game by the New England Patriots. But he was still gracious enough to speak with Aaron Andrews just moments ago.
Dan, you guys looked like you were well in control. What happened?
Well, for sure it hurts like hell. And our guys battled hard and made plays, you know, and we know how good and what they're capable of doing. And that's why you thought this game would come down at the end, and it did. 2 good teams battling for it. So, you know, we knew what they were capable of as well.
What did they do that you guys couldn't stop?
Well, I don't know if it was one thing, you know, obviously that would have taken place, but honestly, just making plays, Aaron. That was, you know, we got to tip our hat off to them, you know. We thought it was going to be about the ball. You know, it came down at the end, and they had a turnover that was, you know, a key factor for sure. But for us, you know, it wasn't one thing, you know, we could have done to, you know, to say this one thing we would do different. But we knew it was going to be a battle, and it for sure was. It was a fantastic game. Really proud of the way our guys battled and competed.
Thank you so much for coming out. Appreciate it.
All right, you know, Jimmy, once Atlanta got that turnover, turned the ball over to New England, it looked like it just rolled downhill, and the Falcons couldn't do anything to stop it.
And, you know, that happens in a lot of ball games. When the momentum changes, all of a sudden they start pressing, and they press more and more. They took the sack. They got the holding penalty. They got out of field goal range. You know, and this has got to be disappointing, obviously. You know, it's overstated, but let me tell you what. They have an outstanding young football team. Yes. Dan Quinn is an outstanding coach. Yes. They're going to be back in this game again because, like I said, they're a very young team. They're very talented. On the other side, I said it before the game ever started, you know, Bill Belichick's the greatest coach of all time. He showed that tonight.
And Tom Brady. Talk about Tom Brady.
Well, I'm sitting here staring at Jimmy and just admiring what he's saying. But, Jimmy, I thought the turn in the game was after a great catch by Julio Jones, which was phenomenal. Yes. Then they try the pass again. They get sacked. Then they get a holding penalty. And next thing you know, they're having a punt. All they got to they're in field goal territory. Right. That's what will eat you alive this offseason.
Well, you mentioned earlier out there on the podium with Bill Belichick that you think, and Jimmy said it before the show even started, before the game started, Bill Belichick is probably the greatest coach in the history of the National Football League. He is the first coach ever to win 5 Super Bowl titles, breaking the tie he had with Chuck Noll. Our aerial coverage here in Houston tonight brought to you by Bud Light. More of the celebration for Bill Belichick and the Super Bowl champion Patriots as we continue here on Fox.